Do the intro, Artosis?
Oh, you can do it. I don't want to step all over you and what you do.
Over here in the top, we have
HongUn Prime V.
just making a point out of that one. Getting in your face.
She made a W.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. She did make a W.
It's a crazy W though. It was like bat wings on her head, which was a bat body.
And as you can see, HongUn, a man who reads books and needs to shave. HongUn. And these are the guys for the graves of the Terrans he's facing off against. He was reading a book during the group drawing process. Over here on the left, our player from the team OGS.
SuperNova.
You know, with a
Yeah.
picture like that of the graves, I wonder if he was reading Edgar Allan Poe poem.
Could be a dark nerd.
The telltale nerd.
The telltale nerd.
Yeah, man. It's like a nerd buried in the floorboards. He's like pounding. He's like, let me out.
You remember Toast we were talking about
Tasus thinks it's his conscience because he's killed too many
taking
nerds.
too many ladder points.
Yeah. It's not, man. It's
Well, we
actually
talked
someone on
about-
the floorboards,
we were
man.
on-
Help him out.
When we were on our vacation, as you remember, we had to talk about so much better to cast in these more recent GSLs than the previous ones. No more Marine SCV all-ins every day.
I
We're
know.
talking about how the people that kept doing Marine SCV all-ins, we're going to have to cut their hands off, turn them into stump nerds.
Stump nerds, man.
Stump nerds can't play.
Well, if it matters what you choose to put on your stumps, man. You can put a mouse and, I guess, a pencil to poke keys with on the keyboard.
Yeah, maybe you could put a little rake on your hand.
You could still SCV Marine on it. It doesn't take any fingers.
I'd become a cook stump nerd. I'd have a spatula.
And a whisk.
And a what?
A whisk,
And
maybe?
a whisk, yes.
Nice. Make
You could
some
be
eggs.
a cleaning stump nerd where you have your broom hand and your,
Yeah.
your little pan.
I'd be a nunchuck nerd, Tasteless.
Nunchuck stump nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good. Now,
It'd be terrible if you were moving your hand around quick and then you had to scratch your nose, though.
oh yeah,
If like
that
a
would be
fly
bad.
was after you and then your nose itched, you're done, man.
That would be
You're
it.
over.
All right, so no, HongUn sent his probe out pretty quickly, and that's very common for somebody like HongUn to do. SuperNova is going for a quick expand. I'm not saying that's bad, but I wouldn't do it against HongUn. You know what I mean? Like the odds of this guy getting like a Void Ray out or 3-gate rushing, you know, I mean, they're just...
Ooh, and not only, Tasteless, is he expanding quickly, he's making double gas. So if HongUn does choose to do some very aggressive, let's say 4-gate, let's even say a 3-gate pressure expansion, which is very common. It's a strong build.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that he can actually hold it. He might have to just lift off and go away because only one barracks Marines. I mean, he'll probably rush up to Siege Tank because that's something SuperNova used to be known for, and getting double gases quickly, it has to be either Siege Tank or Banshee. So we will see, but HongUn, man, well, throws down a Nexus, so might
All
be
right.
safe.
HongUn going for a standard play, saying, hey, I'm not that easy to define, Tasis and Artosis. Tasis and Artosis saying, hey, we can't hear you, you're in a soundproof booth.
Yeah.
Don't talk to us
You don't
right now.
speak
Focus-
English
focus
very
on
well
the game.
either, HongUn. I'm sorry, man.
Some of our players here speak English really well.
Yeah.
MC.
Yeah, that's quite true.
Now,
ST just reads our minds.
yeah, he does.
So smart. Well, we do have a couple gates on the way, so we may, in fact, we have 3 gates on the way.
Okay,
So
he's doing some HongUn stuff.
looks like we'll still see definitely some pressure.
There, see? Now, he might even want to add additional gates. It depends on what kind of timing he's doing. We see he's making more sentries.
I think he's going to hit with 4 gates. Just very strong pressure. Make sure his opponent is playing safe. Because if you do a build like this, I mean, there's no way to tell. HongUn could be walking into death with this. You know, he could actually have 4 barracks up there and just 1 billion units. But he
All
is,
right.
in fact, teching right
He
up
is
the
going
siege
to
tanks.
try to move in here. Now, actually, this build from HongUn could wreck SuperNova.
It's
he does
possible,
not have a
yeah.
lot of defense. We know he has a bunker, obviously, but the timing of this, basically, he did a quick expand, and then he's just going to try to get a bunch of high-tech units out. So basically, SuperNova will be strong in about 3 minutes from now, but within the
Yeah.
next minute, HongUn's going to try to kick the front door down.
And we're going to have to see if this works out. There is a siege tank with siege mode on the way. A second bunker is up. HongUn has scouted it. He knows what's going on with that, at least, with the second bunker. He has a very damaged stalker, in fact, because of it. And I wonder if this timing is actually going to work. I haven't seen many people
I don't know.
do brave builds like
He
this.
hopefully, I don't think if he does a run by, it'll be good. That's one thing about StarCraft 2 is you got to actually try to barrel down
Oh
the
my.
entrance.
Yeah, this might be too much. He has to bring his SCVs out right now.
And he's only bringing out 3 so far.
Oh, man, here comes some more, and he's going to want to force through that. Nice force fields. Only 1, though.
Oh, and he gets it. He takes it out.
He does, in fact, break it down, but there's a Siege Tank on the high ground doing a ton of damage right now. He can put up that depot as well to continue the wall.
All right, now he can actually take out these SCVs here.
Yeah, no more sentries, so he cannot force field this anymore, and the Siege Tank coming down, hitting those stalkers a bit more.
Bunker's barely alive, but I don't think it has much more time.
Keep it alive.
He's taking out a ton of SCVs, mind you. And this rush might have just done it.
It might have, Tasteless. SuperNova being a little bit too greedy here. And the Siege Tank with Siege Mode. Is it too close, though? Is it too close? It's too close. And that's
SuperNova
it, man.
was a little bit too greedy. He should have known HongUn's got that style. And remember HongUn, he was pretty pissed during this group selection. There was some trash talk, and now
SuperNova dead, yo. It's over. HongUn has slain him. He was too greedy. If you're going to do a siege expand, I feel like you have to expand in your main and only move down when you have siege mode. 100% that would have done nothing if you made the command center his main base.
Yeah, he was just too greedy. He tried to both get a lot of economy and tech, and unfortunately HongUn tried to do an early bust, and that's it. GG.
You know, I like the style SuperNova is showing us, but the greed is too much, Tasteless. You cannot be Scrooge McDuck.
HongUn with the biggest drink yet. This guy's definitely getting his vitamin C.
Copy and chef a little bit.
Yeah.
Going orange on it, though.
Now, that was a pretty crushing defeat for SuperNova.
Yeah, SuperNova is not going to be happy with that because his TVT is a little bit lackluster. In my opinion, that's by far his worst matchup.
Oh, I agree. He's not a mere matchup guy. And the problem is right now at the GSL, TVT seems to be the matchup where everybody has the highest level of skill overall.
We're seeing just vast improvements in TVT lately. That's quite true. I think it has a lot to do with how many TVTs.
Yeah, there's just too many Terrans. Everybody has to practice against.
You know, even on the Korean server for players you guys aren't seeing in Code S. In Code A, it's very Terran heavy. In Code B, it's very Terran heavy.
Yeah,
it's there's just a lot of high-level Terrans out there.
So right now, our 2 losers so far on the right, our 2 winners on the left. Look, I think both Keen and SuperNova just got outclassed by their opponents sort of identifying their play styles and opening up with really good builds.
Yeah.
You know?
Can't argue that.
Nah, I'm saying? Nah, I mean? Well, we're going to go to a quick little break here, guys. It's going to be about 2 minutes. I'm really curious about what other builds HongUn has planned out here. He only had Terran opponents.
Yeah.
I think most of our players, well, the other 3 probably had to practice a little bit more Terran versus Terran.
Certainly.
And, you know, HongUn's a tough guy to prepare for.
You know, having 1 match to prepare for over 2, much better.
All right, guys, we'll be right back here at the GSL, so don't go too far away.